Hey there, I'm Alexandra Harbushka. Okay, we are on day 31 of my 60-day postpartum journey. And just to give you a quick recap, I am videotaping and recording my 60 days of postpartum to get back to my pre-pregnancy weight. So I realize this is a huge challenge. I'm realizing now, only having 29 days left, I actually put a really small time frame on this journey, so we'll see what happens. So to give you, in case this is your first video, I weighed, prior to being pregnant, 120 pounds. The day I went into the hospital, I was 152 pounds, so I gained 32 pounds. And today at day 31 postpartum, I weigh 133 pounds. So if you've been following along, I've kind of gone between 133 and 136 the last couple days, up and down, up and down. Excuse me, I don't really know what's going on with that yet, so we'll just have to see over the next couple days kind of what the pattern is and what's going on with my body. All right, today I want to talk to you about cortisol, lack of sleep, and weight loss. Okay, so when you hear the word sleep and you hear the word new baby and you hear the word just baby, like sleep and baby, the baby's sleeping just fine, right? Mom and dad are super stressed out. We are not sleeping. When after you have this baby, you're on this absolute high, right? You feel like superwoman, like you can take on the world, you can change the world. It doesn't matter how you had this baby, whether it was a C-section or you pushed the baby out, you still feel like, I mean, you created a human, like you made life. So you are on this absolute high, and the first couple days, it's just like an overwhelming joy, right? And then that adrenaline wears off. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I am so tired, right? And if you remember, if you're either on this journey yourself right now or you've been on it, you remember the first couple days, it's like 2 hours, every 2 hours your baby needs you, is wanting food. So you are literally up like every 2 hours. And that is not sustainable. So we're not meant to sleep like at 2 hour increments at time. It's just not feasible, not sustainable, not healthy. Our brains don't know what we're doing, and you just kind of go into this absolute fog. So what happens with that, and kind of how we have weight gain during that whole lack of sleep? So it's so interesting because I can remember back like in college or whatever, people would be like, oh, I don't need sleep, it's not important, I can do it later. Well, sleep is like one of the most important things, and it really does help with weight management, weight loss, weight control. So what happens when you have lack of sleep is the stress hormone cortisol shows up. So that is produced when you have lack of sleep or you're stressed. And what happens is it slows your metabolism down, because it's like, hey, you're gonna be up more, you're super stressed, I need to conserve energy so that I can have energy to fuel your body, because now that you're stressed and up more, you're not asleep. You're not resting. I need more energy. So it slows everything down. Awesome, right? That's not what we want at all. We don't want it to slow down. We want it to speed up. A lot of times when it slows down, when your metabolism slows down, or when you're really tired or have, lack of sleep, I'm sure we've all been there, we're wanting to eat foods that are more, that are like sugary to give us that spike, or higher in carbs just because it feels comfortable when you're just in that sluggish. So that's also something that can happen. Now, the other thing that happens when you have a sluggish metabolism from lack of sleep is your insulin production goes down. So insulin is responsible for converting our foods into energy. So foods like carbohydrates, sugars, and other foods that we take, proteins, whatever they are, whatever they may be, converting them into energy, right? So that's how our body burns it, converts it. Well, what happens when you have a sluggish metabolism, or your insulin's working, halfway or whatever, is you guessed it, weight gain, right? So if you're not converting energy, it has to turn to fat. So that's basically what happens on the lack of sleep. And that just goes to show how important sleep really is, like how important it is to prioritize sleep. Okay, so if you're like me and you're like, Alexandra, I just have a new baby. That sounds all awesome and like paradise, but how do I do this? What's going on? And I get it, because I'm 4 weeks in right now, I totally get it. The first couple weeks, right, Bill? First couple weeks were hard. Both of us. They were really hard. So some of the things that we've done is I have these awesome, if you're probably looking at my glasses, I have these awesome blue light glasses. I wear them, I try to put them on around 5, 6 o'clock. Now that daylight savings has changed, probably 6 o'clock. And I try to put them on and I wear them in the evening so that it blocks all the extra blue light. So when I go down, I wanna go down. Ooh, I didn't mean to slap. When I go down, I wanna go down. I don't wanna be worrying about, oh, I have too much blue light, I don't have enough melatonin. Also, I wear them during the night when I'm on my phone, when I'm nursing, when I'm trying to do all those things with baby in the middle of the night. The other thing that my husband and I do is we figure out a schedule, so we switch off so that during the night feeding, so that we each can get a solid 5 hours of sleep. So I take the like 1, 2 a.m. feeding. That way we go to sleep, my husband sleeps, you know, more or less through the night, and then he takes the 5 a.m. So I sleep, and then I get to sleep till like 8:30-ish in the morning. The other thing that I do is I get about a 2-hour nap every afternoon. So that is something that's really important to me, and I really, like, I have to work hard to take a nap. Like, it's really hard, right? I really prioritize it because I know you're probably thinking like, Alexandra, take a nap. Oh my gosh, I got laundry, I got dishes, I got bottles, like I got a pump, I got this, like how in the world are you taking a nap? It is really hard to do, but I make it a priority, and I usually have to start an hour and a half before I take the nap to actually go down for my own nap. I have somebody come and watch the baby, whether Bill's working from home that day, or if it's a weekend, or my parents stop by, or right now we have a postpartum doula who is awesome, who is also watching baby Clinton so that I can get a nap so that I can provide for my baby. There's just some other things you can do. One of the other things that Bill and I try to do is we try to meal prep so that we have our dinners ready to go, so that when it's time to make the dinner, that's what we're doing. It's making dinner. It's not like all the prepping. We just put it in the oven or however we're gonna cook it so that we can eat dinner, and then as soon as Clinton's down, we can go to bed and we can be ready to go. So those are just some keys that I've noticed that we've added into our daily routine, because sleep is so important. And obviously, regardless of if you're on a weight loss journey or not, just getting your sleep, your sanity, there's so many benefits to that. Of course, in this case, we're talking about weight loss, and that is what journey you and I are on together. But again, sleep is just so important. Okay, so hit subscribe if you want to follow along, if you're on this journey with me. I am thinking of you on your journey as well, whatever number you're at, where you need to go. Maybe your journey is not 60 days, maybe it's 90 days, or maybe it's only 45 days, whatever it is. I am rooting for you as well, so let me know, leave a comment below. We will work on this together. I'm curious to hear what your rituals are. Like, what do you do to get sleep? How are you prioritizing yourself in order to care for your baby, as well as just stay focused on the whole day? So I'd love to hear about that. All right, I will see you soon. Let's see, I have 29 days left. We'll see how this weight loss journey goes, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.